come, gather around. I was gonna burp. So a long time ago, maybe about 5 years ago, I don't know, me and my friends go for a getaway in Chicago. Now I don't know if it was maybe St. Patrick's Day weekend, I don't know, but either way we go to Chicago. And me and my friends, you know, we're pre-gaming, we're at our Airbnb right over the river, and you know, we're getting tipsy, you know, we're getting sexy and all that, and blah, 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 blah. Now my friend Jake, real good friend of mine, known him since middle school, he gives me some advice that I didn't think that he was gonna give me since it's not my first time being at a bar. He told me to not ask the bartender for any recommendations. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I continue having my drink. Went out one ear, right out the other. As far as I knew, that was kind of obvious, but boy was I wrong. So we head to a sports bar. I forgot the name, but it's a pretty cool sports bar. Real spacious, a lot of cool people around, TVs everywhere. We go to the bar, we have some great conversations with great people. You know, we're already, you know, drinking our beers and such. And I get the idea, hey, how about I be a nice guy and I buy a round of shots? You know, I don't really do that as much because, you know, I'm poor.
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke!
They would really appreciate this if I bought a round of shots. So I go up to the bar and I asked the bartender, hey, how you doing? She's like, good, what do you want to have? And you know that advice that my friend gave me earlier in the story?
Flashback.
To not ask the bartender any recommendations.
End of flashback.
Well, guess what I did? Oh, come on! I asked her for a recommendation, and she goes,
what do I recommend? That you look at the menu and act like you've been in a bar before.
I heard 1942 is pretty good. Now, I never heard of 1942. Never heard of it in my life, which is probably a red flag. I don't know why I agreed to say, yeah, sure. I don't know why I said it on something that I've never heard of ever. And in fact, something that I never seen at a grocery store. So she gives out the 1942 and mistakes were made. As soon as she gets out the recommendation for 1942, I was like, sure, why not? And I continue to talk with my friends, just, you know, talking the shit. And then one of my friends tells me, hey, Carrie, what did you buy? I was like, what do you mean? And he shows me what the bartender is pouring the 1942 in. It is in these, I don't even know, it's these very fancy shot glasses. And I think it was like, it wasn't real gold, but it had like some kind of gold looking look to it. So immediately my brain goes, hey, stop her. And I stop her and I say, hey, what are you putting in there? Because most of the time, if I order a shot of anything, they don't look that fancy. So when she told me that it was 1942, I was like, okay, how much does it cost? And when she told me, I wanted to die.
Well, we're waiting.
$100 a shot.
Oh my God!
As soon as she told me that these shots were $100 a shot, and there was like, I don't know, 8 of us, I was like, hey, I don't want them anymore. It's fine, it's cool, no thank you, bye-bye. And she tells me, she says, I can't pour them out if they're already in the shot glass. Of course you can't. Of course you just can't pour out 1942 in the sink, because 1942, apparently to every other rapper in the rap game, is a big deal. I didn't know it was a big deal until they kept referencing 1942 in every rap song I heard.
1942, I take you back in that okay, 42, I'm steady sipping, yeah, I'm on and I'm off there.
I live 1942, and they all got
crash, pour up this 1942, it knocked me on my.
So as soon as I figured out that these shots were $100 a shot, and she already poured out 2, I said, okay, I don't need any more. Stop it. So she said, yes. I look around and I don't have money like that. I was working just at the grocery store at one point. I wasn't working 2 jobs like I do now. So I didn't have that kind of money. I had money saved up, but it will put me in the biggest hole. And I'm pretty sure it was just our first night. So I couldn't do it. So I had to ask 2 of my friends that are doing way better than me financially and ask them to buy it for me. And luckily they agreed, and I just felt so embarrassed and I was angry at myself for the rest of the night / weekend. And it's something that my friends never let me live down. And the fact that I'm making a video out of this just shows how big a deal this was, or is. I don't even know. They still talk about it to this day. They even tell this exact story to people that I haven't met. So whenever these people say, hey, you're Carrie, right? I was like, yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
That's the story. They tell those people that story. The story that makes me look like a dumbass.
Help me, nigga.
I have a lot of regrets in my life. I have a lot of regrets, okay? This was definitely one of them. Like, this is probably one of the biggest. Imagine going to a bar, asking a bartender what you recommend, and they give you the most expensive thing that they have there. Of course they're gonna do that. Bigger tip, duh. Tips. Moral of the story with this is, if you have friends that already love you, that already care for you, there's no need to impress them when it comes to something like that. You don't have to. They're your friends, they already love you, they already, want to see you do good things in life. They want to see you do good things in life. Of course, I try to be that guy and try to impress everybody and try to build around a shot so we have a good time. Of course. But my dumbass self wanted to really impress them by buying something that I can't afford. So, there it is. 1942, the year that will live in infamy in my life. And not because of the World War.
That's a good one.
If you like this Storytime video, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you want to hear more, because I got plenty. And also, like, comment, share, subscribe. Please do. And hit that notification bell so that we know the next time I post. So, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, and not do stupid shit. And as always, stay gold.